Where were they? We crumbled. No, yes it is, and the team is. And I backed them, and today they've let me down unbelievably. You know what I mean? You're 2-0 up, you're 1-0 up. Best defence in the fucking world, we say, like. And they're not. When it comes to it, they're not. They're not doing it. At the end of the day, not good enough today, like. I know I've gone on and on and on, but I'm telling you, I am hurt. I am hurt by that performance today. Not the result, but it's gone and done it again. Gone and done it again. Done it again. When it fucking mattered, he's done it again. Gone and done it again. Done it again. Right? I look at Saliba and
All right. We're in the building. Views on sport. We are back. Another Under the Lens, baby. We are back. And this time we have my bro, Tony Claude Gunner. Before I ask how you are, let me give you a round of applause. Hope you're good, bro. Big up. Again, people. Yeah, just like my early stream, there's no comments. Again, I'll just show you what I'm looking at so you guys can see. Show the comments down at the bottom right. No comments, but I've got a window open and I know you're in the building. Before I start, Tony, let me just acknowledge all of the people that are giving us their time today. I can see Kwaja in the house. Big up, buddy. Hendo's in the building. Big up to you. Fraley's in the building. Smash the likes, people. Views and Tony Claude in the panel in the chat. Welcome back. Big up to you. Who else did I see in the building today? Not letting me go down. Darren Martin. Big up to you, my bro. Hope you are good. Yasser's in the house.
Big up, Darren.
Big up to Darren. Big up to Yasser, man. Big up. Black Crows is in the house as well, man. Big up. Do me a favor, guys. Like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Tony's name is in the description and it's in the title, so you've got no excuses. How are you, Tony, first?
Hey, see, big up to everyone who joined us for the show. And of course, see, V's my guy, yeah. You're a very hard person, bro, to actually get on the internet, bro. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could be these shows, yeah, but I mean, it's so difficult to get you on the show, G, you know. But again, see, people, I'm blessed to be with Views today. I had just one show with Views, and I had such a good connection with this brother. Yeah, when we were on that show together, and ever since, you know, I've always liked your stuff, and I've always come down to your channel to show you some love, yeah, my brother. Because I mean, when you see podcasters, yeah, and YouTubers that just do their thing, yeah, you just have to just give them the props, yeah, what they deserve. And my brother, man, you deserve all the accolades, bro. I see what you're doing for your channel. See what you're doing down there. Big ups to you, man. I mean, it's determination. It's also hard work to do what you're doing, Magic. Yeah. So big ups to you. And again, one thing that has really endeared me to this brother while I come down here to watch his shows is that he stands on business. Yeah. I'm this kind of person that I believe in opinions. Yeah. I've been an early broadcaster as a young guy, you know, back in Africa. And I like opinion. A lot of people who love to say, hey, this is what I think. Yeah. You're thinking outside the box. Yeah. Not crowd mentality kind of thing. This is what I believe. This is how I'm going to do my thing. Bro, I respect it. Yeah. I totally respect it. And in this business, bro, in this YouTube business, yeah, that will have a lot of snakes, you know, and lots of people that would say things at your back. You know, yes. and in front of you, they're never gonna say those kind of things to you. Yeah, I mean, I just have to give it to you, brother, man. Yeah, and you've not sold your soul for this business, bro. I mean, people have joined the Illuminati just for this. People are Freemasons just for this. People, yeah. I'm just like 50 Cent. Yeah, I'm just like 50 Cent. Yeah, I mean, I'm here to sell records. But not my soul. That is a 94. I'm not gonna complete that word. I mean, you're a G. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. Just say your piece. Big up to everyone watching. I'm here with these people. I'm finally on Under the Land. People, let's go.
Man. Hey, we're getting some. We got nearly 20 of you guys in the building. Like I said, please make sure you are subscribing to my guest. It's in the poll as well. We're having some technical issues, so I'm hearing about a delay and stuff like that. So all we can do is apologize, and we'll try and give you a show either which way. So Tony, I normally start by asking my guests, how they found the club that they fell in love with. How you found the club as a young boy, and maybe like a good and a bad memory from your early days, my guy.
Views. Yeah, I came into London as a young kid from Nigeria. Of course, I also have Nigerian nationality. My father was working in the Nigerian embassy down there in London. So they used to move us all around Europe most of the time. We used to move around Europe because, of course, with the federal government in Nigeria, sometimes they could just move your parents to a different location. It wasn't. It's not like it's a rich job or whatever. It's just a visa console. So sometimes you just take me to game. Yeah, as a young kid. Yeah, and my dad is a dedicated, Arsenal fan. This guy would die for Arsenal. Yeah, he loves Arsenal as a kid. As a young dude, and me, he just passed it on to me as a young kid. He used to take us to games, and again, I'm an 80s kid, someone who was born early 80s, and those early 80s, there's one thing that will come to your mind: the JVC shirt. People, I used to have this shirt packed up in my house. My dad used to have it packed up in the house, and you know what? Yeah, this is the big thing. We used to have a JVC set because, back in the days, JVC used to have electronics.
Yes.
It's actually specialty in electronics. So we used to have the videotapes. People, there are no CD players at that time, people.
Yeah.
Someone like views will understand what I'm talking about, You just have to do it, analog style. And, there was the videotape and there was the JVC television we used to have down there in North London. So, and then I'll tell my dad, what is it about this TV that's just so unique? And he'll tell me, I just like the packaging of the TV. And when he opened it, when he brought it, it was a JVC. And then when Arsenal was always playing at the time, I was a toddler then, toddler then. And then and I'm just trying to navigate my my way as a very young kid at the time. And this was like in the 1987, 8. I was just growing up at that time. And then when my dad would take me to these games, I would now see what was inscribed on our television and what was inscribed on our videotape.
So
JVC. JVC. And I was like, okay, I'm beginning to like this now. I'm rocking with a team that, that's got, my TV, crested on it, JVC. We got the videotape, JVC crested on it. And I'm following a football team with the whole JVC people, That just sparked that big connection. And again, my dad was a very big Arsenal fan. And again, when I'm a very big collector of shirts, of old time paraphernalia for Arsenal jerseys, at the time. Most of them are in Africa right now. I just give it out in Africa. Hopefully, I hope to get the new ones. There was the 1979 season /80, 1979/80 season, where Arsenal haven't actually started using the JVC jersey at that time. At that point in time, because the preseason, it was the same model of the JVC shirt, but it didn't have the JVC crest on it because it was a preseason kind of shirt at the time. So my dad brought that one too. And then in the 1981, 82, I think 1980 to 81 season, that was when Arsenal started using the JVC shirt per se. at that time. That's when we had the endorsement deal. The endorsement deal ran through 18 years during the Arsenal period. And again, the first side to actually have it predominantly in the league at the time was Liverpool. They had this JVC endorsement at the time. Everton also, the Merseyside team, yeah, they all had this JVC sponsorship at the time. But fast forward to the 1980 season, 1981 season, that's when Arsenal, started branding all that JVC, all that good stuff. And my dad brought it for me, around the 87, 88 season as a young kid. And it was taking me to games. I was already rocking the JVC. And it just sparked something different for me. That's why I like it for Arsenal. It's weird stuff. I mean, people have different, ways on how they started liking Arsenal. But with me, it's just my TV and my videotape.
Hey, no, I tell you what it is, bro. That no one's given me a story like that before. So there you go. So it's unique. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, make sure you guys are subbing to Tony. We realize there's a bit of technical difficulties. We're still going to bring you a show. Just bear with us, please bear with us. So that's kind of how you got into the club. And like I said, I've never heard a story like that. I was influenced by my dad as well, but it was just I was, as soon as I was born, Arsenal baby girl. I was born in 84. So when you're talking about 81 and that was just before I was here. So by the time I started to really tap into Arsenal in my own right, it was in like the early to mid. Yeah. So that's wicked, man. Thank you ever so much for that. Maybe give me like something bad, like a bad memory from your early days that kind of sticks with you and you're like, damn, if only that went different, or something like that might come to your head, my bro.
Not really at the time. Not really at the time. I never had any kind of like big, huge kind of memories like that, because it was just all about the shirt, to say. It was just all about red and white. Just all about rocking that shirt and going to the stadium. My head never really carried anything during the early days when my dad was actually taking me to the stadium at the time. So, but one thing that really struck me a different way was during the Judge Graham period. Yeah, after Arsenal played, we played horrible. It was boring Arsenal. When you enter the stadium at the time, you'll be hearing boring Arsenal. They used to call us boring Arsenal. Seriously. So, but the thing with Judge Graham was that he always grind out the results. We could play badly at the time, yeah, but he always had a very, very good game management system, and he always won the game like 1-0. 1-0. Yeah. So I always remember the times when we'll go to the stadium, and then I'll ask my dad, why aren't we winning? And then he'll tell me, hey, man, don't worry, we're going to win 1-0. And then, 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, and the chant and everything. And then there was a time at the North Bank, at the Ivory, when I think my dad went there, and again, during this period, yeah, in the UK, racism was still ingrained deeply, inside football at the time. We used to, cope with lots of those kind of situations. So we'll just go there, and then, there will be some people when we're chanting about Arsenal, some people would just come around and just kind of like they're looking at your backside if you have a tail, like maybe like a monkey or something like that. Yeah. So it was crazy at the stadiums then. My dad would have to be explaining this thing to my mom, but again, we got through that period. And then, when things started advancing and, there were lots of laws that were really, really kind of like shining the light into racism and stuff like that. The atmosphere in the stadium was always good. And I love Highbury. Highbury is one of those kind of stadiums, yeah. When we left Highbury, it shattered my heart because I went into a lot of games with my dad to Highbury, and Highbury is this kind of place, yeah, that it's just like Leeds, it's just like Ellen Road.
Mm.
This kind of stadiums that are tightly knit to the stadium, like to the ground. I mean, you have this kind of personal feel with the ground itself because the fans are just around Highbury. Same thing with Ellen Road. The fans are always just around, just around kind of around the stadium. It's built around it. Right now, there's a lot of spaces between the fans and the field. It's not like I don't like modern way of building stadiums, but when you're more closer to the pitch, yeah, there's this kind of like connection you get. There's this kind of feel you get when the players are almost near. I mean, just almost near to you, and then you see your idols just playing, and then football, like maybe the opposition team that comes on, because the fans are tightly knit to the stadium. When the fans are screaming, they hear it. They hear everything. There's no, I mean, there's no space. There's no barriers between them. And we had lots of memories at Ivory, and I mean, it just shattered me when we broke the stadium. And since then, we have not seen a title views. And I know that you're in that fight, to bring certain standards back into this football club that I respect. Yeah, for 20 something years, yeah, no major trophy, and it hurts. It hurts.
It does. It really does, man. And again, I'm going to big you up for your answer, because these are things normally for most people from our neck of the woods, when I ask what's your worst memory, it's the Champions League final. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously, where you're saying you was on the ground, some racism, and racism's still here, bro. It's just different now. But that's big up for that, because that's a whole different answer that we don't usually get. Some people would say, this game or the final, or when we bottled it, or maybe when we lost to United for the unbeaten. So no, man, I appreciate that, and thank you for giving me the answers. Chat, if you guys have got questions, I have to come to the third window to read the comments, but if you've got questions, put a Q by it and I'll try and get to it. Before I ask you this next question, big up to Yasser in the chat. The assembles in the building. DG2, let me big you up
to this legend.
Yeah, man. Make sure that you are subscribing to my guests, guys. You know what I mean? Show him some love. Tones in the building. Guna SE. Fraley's in the building. Blacks. It's a bit raspy. Yeah. We're trying, my guys. We're trying to get through the show. Big up Nigeria. Absolutely. Rocky in the JVC. Got to pop out. No worries, man. Big up views, Tony in chat. It's the pink boots. Marcus, Sell Jesus, Nelly, they are crap. I mean, this is what people are saying after today's game. I think there was a question somewhere. Sorry, just before I asked you, I think I saw a question somewhere. It might have been relating to today's game as well. Let me see. I can't see it anymore. Let me go into live chat. While I'm looking for that, actually, I might as well ask you about Arsenal. I'm sorry, views. Yeah, there's also another thing that really hurt me. Now is the footballing part of the whole thing now. Champions League final with FC Barcelona. That cuts deep, my bro. Yes.
That cuts deep. And Arsenal, man, I mean, when you have players, legendary players like Thierry Henry, Sol Campbell, I mean, this kind of players, that you just feel like we should be winning this game. Yeah. Mostly when we scored that goal. A little bit of game management to just maybe would have won that trophy. And you know what? Yeah, we are bantered till today for not winning a Champions League. So, I mean, there's that thing, like, what if a red card wasn't dished out in that game? I mean, lots of what ifs, innit? What if a red card wasn't dished out in that game? Would Arsenal still won that game? I mean, lots of questions. It broke me, my G. It really broke. Bro, I was so pissed off that day, bro. And it was in the night in, where was I at the time? I was in Holland.
Wow.
At the time. Yeah, my dad was posted to Holland at Amsterdam. So, we had to move down there. So, then at the time, I was so pissed off. It was in the night. And, I just stormed out of the pub. you know, at Amsterdam where I was watching the game, and then I went into a coffee shop.
Hey.
I went into a coffee shop. It was a disaster, bro. And you know, had a few of that. I remember going back home, and then my dad was like, and you know, I mean, the whole smell of of sativa was everywhere, and my dad just couldn't just say anything because he watched the game and he was so pissed off. We just sat down at that time. We sat down on the couch. We're just looking at each other and we didn't say jack shit to both of us left. It was crazy, man.
Terry on me missing one-on-ones, like not it was crazy, absolutely, man. Let's move on to the modern now. Big up everyone in the chat. Like I said, keep your comments coming. I'll go into the other windows. If you've got any questions, just put a Q by it. I thought I saw a question about today's game somewhere, but there's been messages deleted, so I can't find it again. Talk to me, Tony, about the here and now, 2026. I normally ask about the past, how you got into the team, but now I want to know from your mind where the club is currently and what you think the goals are.
Views, what has been plaguing this football club has been coming. It has been a long time coming. I used to remember in the late 90s where Arsenal, Manchester United were dominating, you know, the headlines and in the Premier League. I mean, those battles at Old Trafford where Vieira will be battling in the midfield with Roy Keane. I mean, those kind of cultish kind of scenarios and situations that would just make you look back and say, "Oh my days, those were the days, man." You know, I mean, you stick your mind down there. Legendary battles at the time. Van Nistelrooy scoring goals, Thierry scoring goals, and again, I used to like Freddie Ljungberg, you know, crazy guy. You know, you see his hair, like the mole work, and you're like, oh, who is this crazy dude from Sweden? You know, and then you're looking at Perez, and then you also put in that kind of like thinking that, Arsene Wenger liked French players, so there's a whole lot of French influence into that Arsenal team, and you're looking at the French team and you're looking at Arsenal and you're saying this team is so good. Will Arsene Wenger just go on and just bring in maybe one of those kind of like bigger heroes later on when you know, we've started selling our stars out one by one, and you'll be saying, hey, Arsene Wenger, are you just gonna compete in the market and bring in players that can be able to reignite, you know, the 90s, the late 90s, the early 2000s, and we never did that. Towards Arsene Wenger's, towards the, you know, his low point in this league, and it leaves a bad taste in your mouth that we never did that. And there were serious situations there where many people would say, Arsenal, you don't look tough. You know, you're not tough enough. I mean, there were times when we're being bantered all over the Premier League, you know, that were pushovers. They'll look at a player like Theo Walcott. People would say, Arsene Wenger. I mean, I remembered when Theo Walcott started playing for Arsenal. Many Chelsea fans in Nigeria, I was back in Nigeria at the time, and then many football fans would say, oh my days, Arsene Wenger is peddling in pedophilia. Allegedly, bro. I mean, that's what they say.
Because of the young players.
Bro, because they're all young players. I mean, Arsene Wenger, go and bring in some, you know, some titans, some juggernauts who are going to come down here and really help us out. You know, and that continued towards the tail end of the season. I remembered when they told us, you know, we're breaking down Ivory to come down to the Emirates to win league titles, to compete with teams like Bayern Munich, with FC Barcelona, with the Real Madrid of the world. And, you know, we're not really seeing that. yeah, it really broke me. And the one that really just completely shouted at me was when Arsenal sold Robin van Persie to Manchester United. And it wasn't even only the surname that even did the kill for me. It was when he scored against Arsenal and kissed the freaking badge of Manchester United. That was it for me, bro. So everything about heroes, it stopped with Robin van Persie because it was also a cult-like hero for me because I really liked how he played. You know, I used to call him Robin, like the Batman kind of Robin. you know, I liked how he played. It was a very ferocious striker, and you can see when he went down to Manchester United, was banging in goals, won a league title for them, and I was looking at it like, I said, Wenger, just maybe if you had shown much more ambition, just maybe if you brought in some certain kind of players in midfield and equipped our defense, just maybe Robin van Persie would have been giving us a league title. So
Maybe.
it is what it is.
Maybe. Well, but obviously I didn't want to stop you because you was going there.
Yeah.
But like I said, what do you think our goals are now? Because most of the people on this side of the fence, because obviously there is a fence, unfortunately there shouldn't be, but there is. Do you know what I'm saying? And there probably is with everything in life, you know, work, other sports, other team activities. But anyway, we're saying the goal is like the situation that we're in now. At the start of the season was just to win something, or maybe like I was saying, the bare minimum for me to keep Arteta on would be a cup double, FA Cup and the Carabao. You've been here for nearly 7 years. If you win that, you get another opportunity to go again, or you win one of the majors. Now it so happens that we're in the Carabao Cup final, which I was one of the only people putting importance on that last season, because of the time, the time it comes across. If you play this month, 22nd of March, we play. If we win that game, it sets us up brilliantly for the running. If we lose that game, we don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But some fans have said to me, and I'll get to the question in a sec. Some fans have said to me, be more patient. You know what I'm saying? Things are going to happen in the next couple of years. This, that, and the other. Whereas people on my side, like you said, we're like, look, it needs to happen now. It's been too long. He's been given enough money, all of that kind of thing. So in your eyes, like that's what I'm trying to say. Where do you feel like we are now? Do you feel like, you know, he's got to win something or go, or can he get more time? Do you feel like we're not in that period yet? Do you feel like if we don't win, I know it's a few questions, but if we don't win, have we missed our window to win?
See, I'll be very frank with you. I'm one of the most misunderstood podcasters out here, and that's because I choose to be a moderate guy. Yeah, because when I came into YouTube, I was that was in the hit of this demarcation of top gooners, bottom gooners, or whatever, bro. You know, and again, I don't really believe in that. What I believe in is in opinions. So that's why I'm a little bit unbiased when I watch a TV show, you know, a YouTube show, and I see someone saying, "Hey, man, give me what I need to win. Mikel Arteta, we need to win a title, or you go." I fuck with that. Yeah. I also fuck with another person, pause, that says, you know what, Mikel Arteta got us out from certain situations where we had complete clowns in our defense. Bro, I still remember we had Mustafi, the heart of our defense in this football club. I mean, we had Tavares, we had Rob Holding, we had Callum Chambers, bro. I mean, we've been with all these jesters and clowns here in our defense. Mikel Arteta did bring in some changes, bro. Yeah. But where I completely said enough is enough was last season. I said, okay, I've seen enough. He can't get us over the line. Enough is enough. He can leave. I've been on a Arteta outer now for like about 2.5 years now. And it's not because I hate the guy. I'm Christian. I have no hate. I understand people say they hate him. No problem. I do shows with Northside. I do shows with Lee Gunner. They tell me they hate him, and I respect it. Yeah. because this is an emotional sport. People are emotional about it. People spend big time money in the football club to go watch the team, and they watch stinky football without us winning a trophy over these years. So I understand that, it's complete opinions, but I also understand some certain kind of people who just started watching Arsenal recently. They've not seen the hurt. They've not seen the burn. They've not seen when we were actually. It's different from how you would perceive football from how, let me say, a 17-year-old or 16-year-old. And those are the people that actually dominate Twitter right now. The 17-year-old, the 20-year-old, they dominate Twitter. They don't really understand the standards that you are talking about. Yeah, they only understand the standards that they feel is just okay. And again, just okay doesn't cut it for some of us who are old heads, because we've seen this team win league titles. We've seen this team dominate football in its raw sense.
Yes.
I'm someone who really like to give other people a chance and give other people a voice. So I'm in that middle point. But with Mikel Arteta, you can't be in that middle point at all. Right now, I think this season, we're doing a treble this season. Views. I know you're gonna, you know.
I know it's your show, bro. It's your show.
Listen,
it's your show, bro. It's your show, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not here to argue.
I know. I know you're gonna punish me for saying this thing.
It's your show, my G. Under the lens, it's about you.
I get your views, but again, views, take a look at the state of the league. Look at Manchester City. They're dropping points. I mean, if they have this so-called elite mentality that my brother BBK Sports was talking about, because even before they drop points, I told BBK Sport, see, bro, I'm Gianni TV. Shout out to Gianni. Gianni, great guy. BBK Sport, great guy. I told them, I said, you know what, Manchester City is going to drop points, and they're still going to drop more before the end of the season. I've also told you that City is going to drop points, and it's unraveling right now with seeing it. People are mistaking this thing. This is not the City team that dominated football in the 20s. Bro, come on, bro. Let's get into perspective.
No, bro. Listen, like I said, it's your show, bro. It's your opinions. It's your opinions. Like, obviously, I don't agree with everything you say, but I think the main of what you're saying, I can kind of get. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of get. And I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised.
Is not here, bro. Mahrez is not here. Kevin Mahrez is not here. Kevin De Bruyne is not here. This is a completely changed Manchester City team. It's a different Manchester City team. Yeah,
we can't establish a gap though, Tony. So if they're so bad, then what are we? Because we can't. We've had how many chances? We've had like 6 off the top of my head to have double digits in front, double digits. So you're different. I'm different. For me to get confident, I need to see my team doing certain things, playing good football. Give me a reason for me to back you, because all I'm seeing week in, week out is like panic attack football. However, let me make this clear. I don't like the Haram football. I don't even like the manager. I don't relate to him at all. But I don't care. If you win, do your job, earn your money. I will not say Arteta out if you win. And I'm not saying for 10 years. I'm saying because he's been here for... Because you know, Tony, this December 2026 is 7 years. 7. That's only 3 off a decade. So, and you've had so much money. So if you can't do it now, then unfortunately, big man, we're gonna have to try.
He has to go. Right, people. If Arteta doesn't win the title this season, he's got to go. Like I would say again, 2 years now, 2.5 years, I've been Mikel Arteta out. Yeah, but this season, however, Andre Berta came into the football club. He has been able to bring in some certain kind of depth into this football club, and then I'm looking at the depth that Manchester City have got, and I'm like, it's just there, man. It's just there, bro. It's just there. That it's completely just there. So I mean, and then we're playing with all these kind of teams, that have actually closed the gap on the top side. Look at Wolves. We drew against Wolves. Wolves was out there beating Aston Villa. Please don't throw away that many other people were saying Aston Villa was literally going to chase this title to the very end. But right now, they're out of the way. And no one is talking about it. But 4 weeks ago, I still remember people, even in our own community, that were saying that Aston Villa is in this race. They're no more there. You know why, Views? Because in this season, it's a complete garbage season. Teams in the bottom half could just come up and just strike a win. Wolves won that game against Aston Villa. They have no business winning against Aston Villa. Wolves beat Liverpool just last week, bro. Yeah, bro. When you're in top flight football, the team in sixth have no business dropping any kind of points. Yeah, against the team in the bottom, bro. Relegation bombs, bro.
So let me ask you this quickly. How did you feel when we couldn't beat Liverpool then over 2 games, but Wolves can? How did that make you feel?
I felt bad, bro. I felt bad, yeah. But this is the thing. You've talked about Arsenal allowing Manchester City to gain momentum, and I get that. But remember, Arsenal dropped points too. Why didn't Man City, after all this times that Arsenal have dropped points, why didn't they gas up Arsenal if they're this good team that everyone is talking about?
They're not. But the thing is,
They're
what
not,
people
right?
are doing. No,
Okay.
hold on, and I'll let you come back in. They're not. But what people are doing is trying to do that too much, Tony. They're trying to. What are we then? Because we play garbage. We can't score. Yeah, I don't know how we've got 100 goals with this boring team. Like, if they're so bad and we're only this little way, because Shane says it, and big up Shane. He's in the chat. He's also said Tony.
Big up to Shane, man.
And let me
Big up
big you
Shane,
up
Shane
as well,
legend.
because you stood up for my bro when he weren't there. Yeah, there's a reason why you're not going to see me on certain panels, because I'll get blacklisted. Yeah, I don't do that. You know, bro, and I'll say it clear in the air. I don't care. Me and Abs have had the problem, but you can't come to me and talk about Abs, bro. Yeah, I'm not that guy. Go and talk to him. Don't come and talk to me. So I respect you for that, yeah? And let me give you a quick round of applause. Fuck that, bro. Do you understand? Because he weren't there, and people are chatting shit, and you stood your ground, and that deserves a round of applause. Man. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm fucking talking about. I know a little bit crass there, but
Shane's
that's my
real
bro.
legend.
Yeah, that's my bro. Yeah, and you did your thing. So, and listen, you and me has always spoke. We've always disagreed on certain things, but there's always been a level of respect there. And I don't understand why it's so different with other people. Do you know what I mean? But let me just go back to the point. Yeah, like, I understand what you're saying, even when you was going back to Mustafi and things like that. But we just have different problems now, because he did get rid of Guendouzi and people that he was not getting on with, your Xhakas, your Aubameyangs, right? But look at our wage bill now. It's terrible. Look at how many moments players do we have in our team, bro? Eze, and he's not even in favor with the manager. Gyökeres, he's not in favor with the manager. We spent 1.3 billion, Tone, and we still have places missing. We don't have a proper left winger. We don't have a proper. So I understand what you're saying, and I think what it is, right? And I'll let you come back in a sec. I always say on this channel, like, one man's trash is the next man's treasure. Like, we've all got different. We all see things different, unfortunately, innit? Do you know what I mean? We all do. But like, I've always said, listen. You will criticize when you need to criticize, but more time you would prefer to be positive. I think that's a fair judgment of yourself. Am I wrong?
I enjoy football. This is the thing. I enjoy football. I love this team, bro. I hate to be the guy that would. Back in the days when you have this kind of girlfriends or in a relationship, where she's so cute, she's so fine, and then she has the character that stinks, but you just love it anyway. You just love her anyway. I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard to just say goodbye. I mean, you can see all these other guys saying, I don't care. But deep down, it hurts. If she leaves, it's gonna hurt you. We've all been there. I mean, anyone could brag their shoulders, I'm a player and this, but there's always that one person that, got your heart to, that's just the kind of, love-hate relationship I have with Arsenal. I'm a very passionate Arsenal fan, and that because when I was younger, I always went there. I always supported the team, true thick and thin. So, I see things differently. Whenever there's something to really, really kind of like say, hey, this is not how I like it. Yeah.
Right.
This is you're not playing good football. I say it.
Mm.
Many
Yes.
times on my channel, I've critiqued this team. People don't watch that. People don't see that.
You see it
The
in the
ones
group.
that people see, the ones that people see is when Arsenal win, and I'm very happy and I'm hyper.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
Tony is a top gunner, and I'm nothing like a top gunner. And people are shocked when they come and see my material. They're like, "Oh my days! I thought it was." I mean, even super positive people come down to my channel, and when they see me critiquing the team, they'll say, "Oh, I thought." I mean, someone maybe told me, "Tony, I thought you were positive. I thought you were a top gunner." And I'm like, "No, I'm not a top gunner. But the thing there is that I need to critique the team. I say as it is. If you put in a good performance, I'll say, team, you did well. Let's go."
Right.
If you put in a bad performance, I would be on your neck.
Yes.
Seriously,
Yes.
people.
Yes.
That's it. That's me. And I feel
Yeah.
that's just how to handle things right now, that we have this big kind of tension, where people, and again, people in the top echelon of the positive side, you notice they don't even want to work with people that attach themselves to a big criticism of the team. They don't want to work with these people. They feel that they are legit in this fan base. And why people down, in the bottom gunner section, I mean, we don't even want to work with these people. We don't care about these people. We just want to work around our own community, and we feel okay because they respond to what we say and they understand what we say. But again, I'm caught with a different clock. I think I can navigate both spaces and still make sense. And again, it has been working for me. I won't lie. It has been working.
No, hey, 3K, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get there before the end of this football season. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you've been working with certain people. Yeah, it's crazy. And to be honest with me, the only thing I've come on YouTube to say my truth. I'm not gonna come on YouTube because I want my team to lose, because I hate. Why am I gonna spend money, put my face online? You know, people have threatened to stab me, people want to shoot me, people call
that was a bad one.
The yellow Lee gunner. I've come on here to say my truth. Do you understand? So, I'm going to be the first one to attest that yes, as much as you might say there's no middle ground, I think probably Tony's he's probably as middle as you're going to get. So I appreciate that, man, and big up yourself. Make sure you're subscribing, guys, though. All the people in the chat, make sure you're showing Tony some love, because that's what we do over here. We want to at least let you leave with more than you came in. Let me just big up one or two more people in the chat, and I'll get back to the questions. DG2, my guy, said, views, we need to sign Jean Villigreave, I've said that right, left winger from Mallorca, Jorge dos Frutos, striker from Vallecano, both upgrades on Martinelli and Jesus. Yassa says the assembled midfielders are supervising the defense and attack. I think it was the assembled that put the question in, but it's not there no more, so I can't ask it. Trossard, Jesus, and Havertz were all rubbish. Big up to Darren Martin. Wayne Bridge and Van Persie, new camp red, come close to. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. The pink boots comment is reference to Mark Goldbridge when he didn't like the United performance. Okay, my bad, man. And big up to Guna Rican in the house, man. Hope you're well. Make sure you're subbing. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to be a top gooner in 26, 27. Do you know what? You know, like, you can be whatever you like. If the team's winning, like, we'll all be fucking top gooners. Do you know what I'm saying? But the moment you start stepping off, because I don't believe in this haram ball. I don't have to believe in it. I don't have to believe in the man.
If the haram ball wins you the league title, bro, see, I remembered when Mikel Arteta played in the
don't say 2023. Don't Tony.
Bro, that was
Tony, don't do it, bro.
I'm ready to stink up the place, bro. See, we're coming from a situation where we've not seen a league title. I don't want the politics. I just want the league title, bro.
Same. And
I want to leave the title, bro.
Yes. Same. Let me ask you this then. So we win this year with haram ball. People like myself, because I've just said If we win, we win. Because I'm just like, trust me, Tony. I'm just like you, bro. I just want to win, right? Cool. So I'm just saying the Harambe. We were talking about in preseason, talking about it during the season because we wanted to get to the business end, Tony, optimal, like playing in good form, not many injuries, things like that. But it's too late for that now. And I've said it on my channel. I don't care. Stink out the place. It's too late. It's going to be heart attack football until we win. And by God, do I want us to win. Let me ask you this though. We win this year, Haram football. Everyone shuts up. Not a problem. We've won. Celebrate. Boom. On to the next season. Are you then happy to go second season, third season, fifth season, playing this football if we're winning?
No. And again, it's down to the owners. So, because again, you have to also put down the owners too. Their perspective also matters because right now, we're in this space where football is money. Yeah, football is raking in billions of pounds. So I mean, to you and me, we're both layman in this stuff. But where it hangs on is the owners. So the owners will have to look at this around football and say, you know what, the fans don't really like this. I mean, you can win your titles, but again, there's greed here. We need to put that into perspective. These greedy owners will look at their around football and say, you know what, I don't really care. I want more money, bro. This is what the owners would say. I don't care whether it's around football. I just want to get more money. If Arsenal have been raking in big time money, even without Mikel Arteta, winning any of all these titles. I think it's turning the owner's head. That's why they're hesitating to even chop this guy off. I mean, cut him off and just send him away. No, because he's making him money. He's raking in the money for them without winning titles. And this season, you think even after playing this Arab football, and Mikel Arteta picks up the Premiership title, even if he only wins the Premiership title and goes into the Champions League semi-final or something like that, this owners will keep him there.
I would keep him here. I would keep him here because I'm not a hypocrite, Tony. Because I've been asking for standards and I've been asking for wins. So if you're the one to deliver us this title after 22 years, so be it. Well done. Now keep on winning. Because the moment you don't, the moment you sit back and say, well, I've won the title now, I can stay here another 10 years. No, bro, because if we're not winning, I definitely don't want to see the Haram ball. But I want to make it very, very clear. At this stage in the season, especially, I don't care. We need to win. We need to win. So I'm totally with you on that, Tony. Let me ask you then.
I'm sorry, Hughes. Then what would you say about someone like Anne Slot, who has won the league last season, and this season has totally stanked up the place, bro. And he might not even win a single trophy this season. Do you think the owners would say, hey, leave our football club at this time now?
If they've got anything about them, they would, right? But you're right, and you're right about the owners as well. But you know why I don't go on about the owners so much this year, Tony? Because they're not on the sideline. They're not picking injured players to start. They're not doing, take off a defender and put on another defender when we need a goal. They're not doing things like that, my bro. So I've tried to peel back all of the onion. I've said they've let him spend money. I know it's not their money. They've let him spend money, and I'm sitting there saying, if we say, for instance, we only win the Carabao Cup and we don't win the league, right? He would have to go. But the owners will think, we've won a trophy now. They might not want to sack him. And then I'm going to be onto the owners. Do you know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm saying, so I agree with you. But all I'm saying is Josh Kroenke isn't on the sideline telling players to run back. He's not on the sideline telling players, do you know what I'm saying? Or they're not doing that. They're letting him do his thing. And like people that I respect, like Matty, Southern Guna, they've said they're giving him rope to hang himself. But shout out Matty every time. They're giving him rope to hang himself. And I'm like, look, I understand that, but I still don't feel great with it because we need to win now. And so far, bro, I've been saying maybe there's been some juju. Someone's done something because the football's not been good. But here we are, Tony. Here we are.
Here we
you know
are.
what I'm saying? All I do, I just desperately want to win, Tone. So much, bro. It's unbelievable how much. Do you know what I'm saying? Because especially in the time you were talking about when we left Highbury and went to the Emirates, that's when my dad gave up the season ticket because it was too expensive and we just tore apart the Invincibles. It was terrible time. But let me try and get back on track a little bit. What 3 things would you change at the club, Tony? Anything? Fans, culture, fucking the colors of the club, whatever. 3 things. It's Harry Potter time. 3 wishes. Tony can change anything. What would you do?
3 wishes. Okay. Number 1, I want Arteta out. That's number 1. Because I think a more, and it's not because I hate the guy or anything. I have no hate in my heart. Yeah, I'm just, it's just for pure footballing reason. Yeah, I think we can be able to get another manager out there who's more experienced, you know, and who is more experienced in technical play, game management, and who can constantly get you over the line. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not because maybe there's an Arteta hate or an Arteta agenda out there. It's that Arteta has done this, you know, for a long time. And I just think that in this space of years that he has been haggling and bottling these titles, if we had maybe someone like an Ancelotti, he would have gotten us over the line in that 2022-2023 season. Yeah. So it's purely based on that. So my number 1, I would change Mikel Arteta. And that's even if we win. But again, the natural thing would be if he wins this title, he would stay. You know, if he even wins a Champions League, build man a statue. I don't care. I've never won the Champions League. I don't care. But again, this kind of football, is that what I really want in the long run? The answer is no. Number 2, I want Gabriel Jesus out of this football club with immediate effect. People. Yes. The leeches. I need the leeches out of the football club. Yeah?
Yes.
Gabriel Jesus. I mean, what have we gained from this clowns in this football club, bro?
What did he do today, Tony? What did he do today, bro? It was anonymous.
Bro, nothing, bro. Bro, stinking up the place. Nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. And people, I think Arsenal would struggle to even sell Gabriel Jesus. Views. Do you know how much Zinchenko left this football club for?
Was it like 3 million or something?
Oh my day, bro.
Less.
Are you serious? 1 million. 1 million pounds. That is how much. Bro, we're terrible at doing business. And again, this is the part people don't see about me. I critique these things on my channel. But when I win, I'm very happy and very hyper. But these are the things I critique in my own channel. Yeah? How could we bring in Zinchenko for nearly 30-something and you telling me after 2 seasons, man is only worth 1 million? Really? Are we doing this, bro? That's terrible. You know, so people like Gabriel Jesus, we need to get them out of the club. Even if it's just say, okay, goodbye, you know, just get the wage fee out. Yeah?
Yes.
And again, I want people. I wanted Semenyo. That would have been my 3rd wish.
Oh, I was saying that so good. Yes, sorry. Yeah,
I wanted Semenyo. And again, a testament he was doing at Manchester City.
Yes.
Foreign goals, bro. If we had brought in, if we did our jobs in the January transfer window and brought in Semenyo, bro, kiss this league goodbye.
Yeah.
Just kiss this league goodbye. And it is in instances like this that I have a problem with Mikel Arteta. These are the areas I have. I mean, he's too egotistic. I mean, the ego is there. He's so proud. And bro, just bring in this kind of players and just win the league. I remembered there was a season when Alex Ferguson went on. He needed a striker to help them get over the line at the time. He went for a Barcelona legend. What's his name? What's his Barcelona legend? He played for Celtic too.
Lawson. Henrik
Larsson, people. Henrik Larsson. He went and got him just to win the league. And after he won the league, bye-bye. Bro, it's simple. Arteta, you would have brought in at least the left winger. Semenyo can play in the left. He can play in the right. All the stinkers we're getting from Bukayo Saka, we wouldn't even be thinking about it at all right now because Semenyo can play in the right. Semenyo can play on the left. And he's a goal scorer. He knows how to slip the goals. So Arteta, bro, Arteta, I'm sorry. Even if you win this title, I mean, traditionally you have to get a 1 year or 2 year. I completely get that, but bro, man, you will have to go. You eventually have to go, bro.
Whoa.
This is a crime.
I'm
These are
surprised.
serious
I'm
crimes.
surprised. I'm
These are serious
surprised. I'm
crimes.
surprised.
He needs to go on that one, bro. He needs to
Yeah.
go. You know.
Big up to
Yeah.
big up to BBK. I'm sorry, bro. You sent in a super chat, yeah, but StreamYard's doing the same bollocks again. You can only see this one little comment on the screen. I can't highlight my StreamYard comments. I'm literally in a third window watching me and Tony talk. He says, Tony, stop your damn waffling, with a laughing emoji. Joking, love, bro, smash the likes, football family. Yeah, man. Listen, we know Tony can be excitable, but we also know that, you know, he can be reasonable. And he does critique. I'm the first one to say that. I am the first one to say that. The assembled said, question, who is worse, the harborer or the thief? One feeds the other. What's worse? What's worse? And first and foremost, sorry, Tony, before I even bring you back in, where is my man? It's BBK.
Shout out to BBK.
Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And just quickly before we get into that question, we'll also give him where's the happy clap? There it is.
You okay? No.
Why would he be? Big up to BBK, man. Thank you ever so much, bro. That's a good question. Who is worse, the harborer or the thief? One feeds the other. What do you reckon?
Bro, I'll go with the harborer, bro. I'll go with the harborer because you're the enabler. You enabled it. I mean, there's a reason why we go, why there are these movements. Yeah, I mean, in real life, there's a reason why people go after people that not only experience their friends or people that they know commit certain crimes like rape crimes, yeah, or something like that, or pedophilia or things like that. We look, they're under the lens also, I'm sorry, pun intended. They're under the lens also, not just that they know about the crime, but they're also enablers. They enabled it. They gave that environment for it. So I will go for the enablers. Yeah, and that's the owners. I'm sorry, bro. The crunkers they have to take a chunk of a chunk of the backlash of what has really happened to this football club. Yeah, bro. They've enabled this manager. They've given him over $1 billion, bro, for $1 billion, bro, to do what he's doing over these years, bro.
$1 billion.
It's shocking, Maggie. It's shocking the amount of money they've given this manager, bro. Yeah, and Ancelotti with that kind of money, bro. I mean, bro, we'll be touching the skies right now, bro.
Let me
give that to Hansi Flick.
And I wanted Ancelotti bad, Tony. I wanted Ancelotti bad.
Luis Enrique.
Yes, Luis Enrique, I'll take him. But listen, just because you touched on something there, and you are right. But I also want to just make clear two things can be right at the same time. So people have to realize that if you're older, not a celebration, but it's the reactions. Two things can be, and you're absolutely right. They are the enablers. But Tony, so are our fans. So are our fans. The majority of our fans, they've fallen in love with this manager more than the club. It's like they want him to succeed. I want Arsenal to succeed. If you're the guy that does it, good for you. Earn your money, whatever. I don't need to like you. I swear. So with the Cronkies, you know, if they're putting their finger on the post and they're saying, well, the majority of the fans are not too bothered. Like, we might win a Carabao. They still love the guy. They still want to keep him. So you're all right. They are the biggest enablers. Facts. But you have to say that majority of our fans are there as well. You know?
I mean, again, I hear it. I completely hear it. But again, I also, because I'm always this kind of person that always want to understand the pain of other people too. Yeah.
Right.
And again, I understand young kids who are on Twitter who learns about football from Twitter. Bro, that people just like, bro, there are many of us, bro, we grew up as cultic watchers of Arsenal, bro. Yeah, what the originals, what the true bloods. Yeah. I mean, if we were vampires, maybe we're the Dracula. I'm serious. Maybe we're the Draculas, bro. But this new school, these new people coming in, bro, these Twitter fingers coming in, they learn football from Twitter. Yeah, they seriously learn football from Twitter. Yeah, most of them just see Mikel Arteta's hair and they just like it because it's good to, bro. Maybe it's just fancy, bro. It's a fancy thing to like a manager who, who has good looks or whatever. I mean, again, no, that is the age that they are in. So I kind of understand a little bit that, bro, I don't really care how a man looks, bro. I mean, I don't care. The only thing I care about is how a woman looks. That's the only thing that's the only thing I fuck with. Yeah. But again, you can't dispute that these people are coming from a different background. They're coming from a different school. So I understand when they spew that stuff. The only thing there is that you have to stand your ground and say, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying. And that should just put it, put that demarcation to it.
Yeah, no, and I think you got a great point talking about some of the new school fans. Sorry, I just got like my windows up. I don't know what's going on outside. But yeah, like some of the new, but what gets me as well is that there's people older than me, Tone. I'm about to be 42 next month. Yeah, right. I might not look it, but that's what we're at. That's where we're at, right? There's people that's older than me by a decade, and I feel like, especially, mate, do you know what? Let me be fair. Maybe it's because of the environment they're in. If you're on AFTV, yeah, you're not going to really stay on there long if you're being negative.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So
follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money.
Right.
Follow the money.
We can agree.
Yeah.
And Tony's a real one, people, man. Like, we're in the same group as well. And yeah, he can be excitable, but he can also be very critical when needs be. Listen, this hour has flown, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's absolutely flown by. I got one more for you, my guy. I got one more for you. Or maybe even two. I want to know about yourself and your channel. But before I ask you that, the Champions League, because obviously I ask all of my guests about progression, stagnation, regression, right? Last season was the semis. The season before that was the quarters. Surely it must be the final this year, no?
Bro, if there's anything I've been saying for the past 2-3 seasons now, it's that there was a time when in the mid 2000s, I grew up listening to rap music, hip hop. I like hip hop. I'm a old head, but one that always passes time for me is Nas. I like Nas, and Nas is one of the proponents of hip hop that I really, really do fuck with. And he brought up an album and he said something. Hip hop is dead. That's what he said at the time. Hip hop is dead. And that's because, we're now seeing rappers with skirts and with Gucci handbags and with guess what bags and with, all this, nose rings everywhere and all this batty shit. But that shine a lot to something true I want to say right now. European football is dead. That's where we are. Bodo Glimt is smacking up Manchester City in a Champions League night. Bro, seriously, are we doing this? Bro, scrap that. Maybe that doesn't make sense. Bodo Glimt is smashing up is smashing up European royalty in Inter Milan. Bro, seriously, are we doing this? Are we doing this, brother?
I told I said I want to avoid them. They reminded me of Porto. Do you remember when Porto won it? I said, hey.
Exactly, bro. Bro, are we really doing this? Do we really respect these teams in Europe? I think they're clowns, bro. Bro, any team that has any half decent kind of energy is gonna smack these teams in Europe, walk straight into that final, and win it, bro. These teams in Europe are garbage. Absolute clowns, bro. I don't respect any of them. Atletico is getting smashed up by Arsenal. Bro, really. 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah. At the height of Diego Simeone football. Really. Would Arsenal actually go and test the gangster of Atletico Madrid? You're an old head. You know that. You know it's not true. We beat them this season. Bayern Munich. Oh. I don't want to talk about Bayern Munich. You know what we've seen in the hands of these people. Bro, I've been to the Allianz Arena where we were absolutely grilled in that game, bro. Yeah? Where we were absolutely battered in the game. Yeah? Now, us playing Bayern Munich, we're smacking them up in Europe. Really? Is that what we're doing? People, European football is dead.
I think we're more
dead.
suited for you.
Any
I do.
team with half balls, sports, can go into this Champions League and win it. Seriously, bro.
We better win it then this year, man. Because I'm starting to feel a little bit G'd up by that little talk there. We might have to get Tony in, you know what I mean, to do the team talks, you know, like that. But listen, before we close, man, just tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. What you got going on over in the channel, and you know why people should come and subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner, my guy.
See, people, yeah, this is the thing. I believe in loyalty. I believe in respect. I believe in respecting other people's opinions because I respect people's opinions. Yeah, I don't care whether you're a top gunner, bottom gunner, bro. We are all gunners. We're all Arsenal fans first. Yeah, I respect your opinion. You respect mine. I prefer to be in that middle area, yeah, because it's very. I mean, earlier, yeah, it was so easy to be in the middle. It's so easy not to just go for anything. Just say as it is. But right now, if you don't pick a side, you'll be swallowed. People pause. Yeah, you'll be drained. You'll be cast aside. But again, people, I'm not here to be, I'm not here to sell my soul. Yeah, I'm not here to, sell my soul for YouTube money. So I'll just say what I believe and do what I believe. Wicked. So it is what it is. If this team performs, I would say yes, they perform. If they don't perform, I would be the first person to say this team is crap. We're playing crap football. But again, if you play crap football and you win with the league this season, I'm gonna jump for it. But you know what? The next season, if you don't replicate what you did by winning for me again, off you go, my G. Off you go. People, come follow me on my channel, yeah, Tony Claude Gunner TV. See, people, I like this channel. People, you guys, you know me. Wahana. Where is Wahana? Yeah, I mean, all these legends in the chat, bro. You guys know me. I come here, I watch my guy, bro. See, people, yeah. Views always do this early show. Yeah, of course. Finland is 2 hours ahead of the UK.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah, exactly. So I catch your show immediately. I come back from work. People, I'm a school teacher. I teach.
I'm a referee.
Yes, and I'm also a referee. I just got my handball badges, European badges, a month ago. I've been a football referee for about 3 seasons now in the Finnish league, and the Finnish fourth league. I already have my badges in floorball. So yeah, so I'm a referee in about 3 European sports, and I just got European badges. That's UEFA license in football. That one I just got that license last year, and I just got my European license in floorball in Finland. So,
whoa! Yeah, hold on!
Amazing.
I'm saying, come on, he's doing real bits out here. So he's not just talking out of his arse. You know what I'm saying? He knows the game. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you show him love. Listen, this has been amazing. I just get to sit back and listen for once. You know what I'm saying? I always enjoy doing that. It's been a pleasure having you on. It's over an hour. I would probably make it go a little bit longer, but this is my 3rd stream of the day, and I still might not be finished. So
yeah, you need to rest. Yeah,
I need to rest, man. I need to eat. And thank you ever so much, man. I really appreciated that. Make sure you guys subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner. He better leave here with more than he came in with. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure links in the description, links in the title. Are you doing anything that the subscribers can look forward to? You got any kind of up and coming shows? Anything that where they can catch you, my bro?
Yeah, people, catch me on Tony Claude Gunner TV. Yeah, people, I have series of shows. I just came back from reffing some certain games in floorball. But people, I'm grinding. I'm grinding right now. People, in an hour from now, I will be with my guy, my brother, Ola of the Fight Week show. Yeah, that's coming up at 6 p.m. UK time today. He's gonna talk to us about Champions League, Bayer Leverkusen. We're gonna be talking about this stinky game we played today, what he thinks about it, and this night, at about 7 p.m. I have a show with Oregon Guna, my guy from the dark side. Is gonna be coming down. Yeah, we're coming back to the channel. People will be having it. and we'll be discussing about what really happened today. And on Sunday, I will be having dumb people in my channel. I also discuss tactics of Arsenal games, and there's a particular guy who does that real well, Dom of Arsenal domination. So we'll be having that show tomorrow, and then hopefully, by the grace of God, I want to be doing shows with Views, my guy. I know I have awkward Views, but Views is this kind of person that if he fucks with you, he fucks with you. That's the thing, and that's my respect for you, Maji. So it is what it is. And big up on your channel, bro. I like how you've scaled your channel. It only takes a genius to do that. And one thing I've seen in this industry that that we're in, people say things in your front or the back, they're like snakes. I'm actually realizing it gets, bro. You've really put big time effort. I've seen you grind in this industry, bro. I've seen you put in hard work in this industry, bro. Keep going, bro. Keep going, my G. Keep going, my G. You're in the right place.
Big love, man. Listen, like I said, make sure you are subbing to Tony. It's been an amazing show. Playback gang, make sure that you're watching to the end. Make sure that you are subbing. And this has been Tony Claw Gunner Under the Lens. Let's give you a clap on the way out. Been amazing. But before we leave you, there has a couple of I'm just gonna read. I've never seen this person before. SPO. I think he's a Man City fan. He said, "You Arsenal almost get finished by bottom team of English 4th division. You'll be cooked by Everton. You ain't gonna win against Everton, and City will get you. Arsenal fraud." See, we even big up the haters, and that's no problem. And you're entitled to your thoughts as well, SPO. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll subscribe back to you. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it over here. But thank you ever so much for Tony. I just wanted to read that in case he thought I was ignoring it. Let's see who's live and about right now before I let you legends go. Maybe you guys can let me know in the chat. I normally try to send them on somewhere. Let's see if we can help someone out if we can. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Tony, the hour flew by. And of course I'll come on your channel. You know what I mean? We'll sort that out at some point. Absolutely, man. Really appreciated it. Offsides live. There you go. So look, boom.
Oh,
we're gonna see side. Go over there, hit him with a Views and a Tony raid. How about that? Yeah. Make sure you go and show him some love. And once again, big up to Tony, man. We're gonna send you over to Northside now. We are out, people. Peace.